Yeah.
And unfortunately, Michael, Illinois has really just found itself in the bullseye. It's truly been the year of tornadoes for the state of Illinois. 209 tornado reports so far, and that coming from the Storm Prediction Center, their official account. About 170 of these have been confirmed tornadoes. Now, on average, the state usually sees about 50 a year. Here we are in June, and we've already crossed into the triple digits. So it's been quite a devastating season so far for Illinois. We're hoping things do start to calm down. We've got our senior correspondent, Robert Ray, on the ground in Chicago to give us a look back on the state's stormy experience so far. Robert, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, Jane. And skyline behind me in the Windy City, beautiful. But, you know, last night, severe thunderstorms rolled through here once again, and that seems to be the rinse and repeat scenario for the past few months across the state of Illinois. And frankly, across the U.S., if we look at tornadoes, we're approaching about 350 tornadoes just in June across America. And Illinois literally leading the way, and so many communities and people that are affected by these severe storms and twisters. And you got to ask yourself, why? Why so many in Illinois? And what's happening? Have a watch. The sounds of tornado sirens across America, relentless this spring.
It's horrible. There's buildings ripped up, cars are damaged, trees are falling over.
Gee! Twin tornadoes in progress! Twin tornadoes in progress!
You know, we're highly confident that it's been more active than usual.
Across the United States, tornadoes have touched down at a pace rarely seen this early in the year, with more than 1,000 tornado reports nationwide, and Illinois leading the country in that activity.
The official numbers for the state of Illinois are up to at least 168 tornadoes as of our latest count. So that's going to continue to be updated. So the previous record was about 142. So we've blown by that, and it's June only. So
the active pattern produced one of Illinois' strongest tornadoes of the year on June 11th, when an EF3 twister slammed into the town of Streator, southwest of Chicago, leaving homes destroyed and neighborhoods changed forever.
Very terrifying. Nothing I've ever been through in my whole life. And I've lived here for 55 years, and it was the scariest thing I've ever been through. No fatalities. It was amazing. The house on the very end of the street, the guy wasn't there, but his house was completely gone.
And the twister ran right over one of the cemeteries in town, knocking over headstones and ripping up trees, revealing disaster.
And the ground shook. I didn't feel it, but my friend and my neighbor guy did, and he said the whole ground was shaking. I don't remember, truthfully. I think we were all in shock when we opened our doors and saw what was left.
In one dramatic rescue in Streator, a homeowner was pulled from the wreckage of his destroyed house by a storm chaser and police officers, moments after the tornado passed.
Oh my God, are you okay?
I think I got a broken leg.
You got a broken leg?
I think so.
Oh my God.
I got her out,
Okay.
but I can't get out.
Oh my God.
I tried moving all this stuff. I can't get it out.
All right, hold on. Let me help. Hold on.
There is so much debris littered all across these fields that one of the only ways to get rid of it all is to dig a ditch, toss the rubble deep inside, and burn it.
We picked up semi-loads of stuff.
already that's in the fields that you have to have out of here so the combine can get through here come October. Hey, Dawson, we got a pile right here. Yeah, record breaking. It's unbelievable. I mean, they're all over the state. There's been so many, and we're only halfway through the summer, and we got a long way to go yet.
And back here live on the lakefront of Chicago, windy conditions as usual here, sunny skies, and yet, you know, honestly, everyone in the state of Illinois that you talk to on pins and needles about when the next round of storms comes through. Like I said before that story last night, severe weather just rocked the suburbs again in downtown, uprooted trees, and it's communities from the south of the state all the way up here to the north on the Great Lakes, Lake Michigan, that have been affected. You know, if you talk to some of the experts like we did, National Weather Service here in Chicago, Ricky Castro that you saw in this piece, and you ask, you know, why? Why is this happening this year? Well, there's a couple things. It could be the transition from La Nina to El Nino. And we know the incredible Gulf moisture with that high wind shear, that also helps form these supercells. But the other thing that he pointed out that I think is very interesting is the fact that 10, 15 years ago, and even further than that, we just didn't have the radar technology and the advanced warnings to be able to see those debris balls. And so a lot of times tornadoes that came down onto the ground wreaking havoc would sometimes be classified as just straight line winds. Well, now we know when it's an exact tornado, whether it's an EF0 to an EF5. So I think we're going to see the numbers continue to go up in the years to come because the technology is just that sharp and excellent. Back to you.
You know, Robert, Michael Estimate here as well. You know, something that's really interesting, too, a lot of folks in Illinois, I know that you're very familiar with the area, so I have some family there that we've talked about this. They almost are kind of redefining the new tornado alley and including parts of the Midwest, Illinois included in that. Have you heard from family, friends, or anyone just kind of chat about, where you are being that new tornado alley risk area?
Well, I mean, for example, in Streeter, the farmer that I talked to in the field that was trying to pick up the debris and burn it, because frankly, they have to do that. Their combines are going to get destroyed if they go over all that debris. But like he said, he's like, look, I've been here forever. I'm an old timer, and I have not seen this kind of activity ever. So he's seeing, sort of a change in the atmosphere. Having said that, to be honest with you, I don't think at this point in the United States we can actually classify a specific tornado alley anymore. I mean, all 50 states have the ability to get tornadoes in some form, and they just happen so frequently, nonstop. I mean, you look at like the Great Plains, and then down in the Southern Plains, and then Dixie Alley in the South, and then up here in the Great Lakes. It's everywhere. It's consistent. It's just that Illinois really has that bullseye on it this year. And frankly, that could change, right? Yep. I mean, it could be Nebraska next year or Alabama, Mississippi, as we've seen traditionally in the past 15 years. So I think ultimately what people need to understand, at any moment during severe season, and even outside of severe season, a tornado can come down and wreak havoc on your community. Always eyes to the sky. I don't want to sound cliche, but boy, it's true. The United States is so volatile with our weather, and our ecosystems are so diverse that it makes sense when you think about why the volatility exists.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. And unfortunately for Illinois, it has been the bullseye this year, but things change year to year. And I think the technology and that's the advancement there has been so wonderful for us to help people stay safe. But at the same time, it still does the damage. So, Robert, thank you for the report there. And also, too, can't let you go without a massive congratulations. Senior correspondent Robert Ray. Robert, there's no one more deserving than you telling these stories of the people. So we love having you on the team. Certainly appreciate all the work that you do.
Well, Jane, thank you. It's very sweet of you to say that. And all I know that senior, that title means, is I need to go dye my eyebrows because I'm definitely over 50 at this point.
Looking good, though.
Years of stories still to tell.
Thanks,
Robert
guys.
Ray, thank you so much. Senior correspondent Robert Ray will be checking back in with you.